All right, you guys, remember I was talking about community. So important. You got to have your community. And here's one of the reasons why. Sorry, I should be wearing a shirt. Probably we'll just keep it up above here. Hot days though, hot days in the community. So we got some friends here and we are helping each other with the gardening. We'll call it farming because it's much bigger than a farm, but don't forget to smell the flowers, obviously. But yeah, so some things in our lives, this is why Jesus hung out in the garden or in the farm, because there's so many metaphors. You know, if things become overgrown, right, it's not very good for the vegetation, right? Things need to be pruned and harvested. So this is something that we discuss. We spend a lot of time doing the work. We do the work together, but we actually also discuss all the different things that are going on. And this is kind of something that I would like to spend more time going over with people, because this was a huge part of the healing process when I was coming out of my head injuries and things like that. It wasn't just something I could just get better by myself. I needed help. I needed people to help me. I needed people to support my growth. I also needed my hands in the dirt, and I needed good food. I needed good organic food, and I just wouldn't be as healthy as I am after all those trials and tribulations without God's nature. But it's not just the nature we need people to help us. We need other believers to come along our side and lift us up when we're down, because there's no believer that doesn't go through trials and tribulations. And so this is something that I would like to focus on a little bit more, and I am going to start trying to give you guys other people's stories, you know, because that's the Great Commission, right? We're supposed to go out and tell the word and help those that are in need, right? And the needs are vast. You know, it's not just homeless people we're worried about. We got to worry about people that are the rich people, the poor people. They all have a different problem, right? Humility is hard for the rich. Like it says in the Bible, that it's hard for the rich to inherit the kingdom of heaven, but it's not impossible with God, because God sends his workers to all kinds of fields. And in a worldly sense, we're always looking at the external circumstances, and we're not realizing that God's always looking at the heart. So you could have the most finances and be the most empty person. He says, what does it value a man if you have everything in the world, but you sell your soul, right? And we see that so much with all kinds of people now, and you know, the celebrity world. And I'm not saying all celebrities are like that, but we can see it's clear, right, that they're dealing with dark forces telling them what to do. Are they really free, or are they under some sort of dictation, right? And poor people have their physical needs, but a lot of them are spiritually well, and God will take them out of all that. He doesn't keep his people like that forever. He doesn't keep people destitute, right? So that's the greatest thing about God, is he's always watching out for the people that are in need. And I read that in the Psalms today, that he's the father to the fatherless. And you know, that's a metaphor for people. I mean, there is definitely lots of fatherless people, but it's also a metaphor for people that just feel like they don't have anybody, and God's always there for them. But he's also there for people that have everything but are feeling empty inside, because that can happen to anybody, and your status doesn't make any difference. But anyways, I just was looking at the beauty of this vegetation and my friends, and experiencing how I've been blessed so much. And I just wanted to give you a quick little bit, and maybe introduce you to my friend Vanessa. You guys have met her before. She just showed me that she's coming here. She's got to say hi, Vanessa.
Hi.
She's
got an onion.
Yum, an organic onion. So she's been one of the helpers, and she's been just loving me, giving me hugs, and always supporting me all the time. And if it wasn't for Vanessa, I don't know where I'd be, or Trevor. And I'm gonna introduce you guys to these people more, because they have so much to tell you about God's goodness, doesn't it?
Amen.
Amen. All right, you guys, we'll chat soon.